What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, April 27th. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to talk about what has been going on over the weekend. Dog's price has been wild and crazy. My observation of these market makers and whale wallets that have been influencing the price of DOG for quite some time have done some really suspicious activities, from being very active, then all of a sudden disappearing and going dark. Now, I want to share with you every single report that I've covered over the weekend up until today. Because as you noticed, yesterday on a Sunday, we saw that DOG went from 82 million market cap to 90 million market cap out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden this morning, we saw that the DOG price went from 90 million down back to 81 million. Now, what you're going to see in this video is basically what I'm discovering. It does not mean or determine or a conclusion of something that could be specific, meaning pointing a finger towards somebody. It just means I'm pointing out specific wallets that have been influencing the price. So hopefully at the end of the video, you can come up with your own conclusions and thesis and other thoughts that you may want to share in the comments. Either way, I want to share all this data with you. So let's go ahead and begin. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so DOG right now is down 3.8%. Now, this is down also because Bitcoin is down. But before we even talk about Bitcoin, let's go and scroll down to where the trading volume is occurring. Now, what have you noticed? Now, BitGet, Gate, and MEXC, they have really high trading volume, even Kraken for that matter. But there's something that happened within MEXC that triggered an order book frenzy, which I'll explain in a little bit. But just yesterday, these were under sub 100,000 in terms of trading volume. Some of them were only like $70,000 in trading volume. So why did it jump up all of a sudden? Well, we'll talk about that, but let's talk about Bitcoin. So whatever happens to Bitcoin will effectively affect every other altcoin and meme coin, but it's only down 1.61%. I mean, just yesterday, we saw this at roughly around 79,000 US dollars. So this is what's going on in the crypto market. But let's see how the meme coin sector is reacting to this. So right now, let's look into Pudgy Penguins. Now, I don't know exactly why Pudgy Penguins is up. It is up 15%. We see that official Trump tokens down 5%. I mean, majority of tokens are down, right? Either 1% to 8% to even 5%. Now let's go over to where DOG Bitcoin is. Not down too much, considering that it did pump yesterday. We're at 3.92% over the past 24 hours to the downside, but over the past 7 days, up 6.36%. But what's really interesting, check this out. Have you noticed something about ORDI? ORDI keeps falling. Now, ORDI is just roughly around $9 million market cap away. Now, remember, I talked about how ORDI had insider trading within the Binance team, or at least somebody within the Binance sector was insider trading this token. Now, as you can see over the past month, you see how things can drastically change. This was roughly around 53 million market cap, went as high as 214, now back to around 89. And it's because there's a majority of trading volume happening within Binance. And the reason the price of ORDI sustained at this level is because there were holders that were new or decided I want to buy into the token at peak levels. So right now they're kind of left holding the bag, while the number one wallet and also their other Binance Ordinal wallet are taking profits. And they could be doing this on behalf of their customers. As you know, the number one wallet that holds ORDI is a Binance hot wallet or Ordinal hot wallet for their actual users. But nonetheless, there are people within that team, I'm sure, that have insider trading. That's just my personal perspective. Okay, now let's talk about some other things that happened over the weekend. Shout out to John Wick 89XX, because he was at the Mar-a-Lago Trump Crypto Conference. And as you saw while he was attending, he put up the sticker of the dog in 3, 2, 1. And there it is. So what's really crazy is that a lot of events happened to Donald Trump right after this event during his whole White House conference meeting. I think you guys have already seen the media regarding that, but this was prior to that. So shout out to John Wick 89XX for doing that. Now, what I want to show you something is the Runes transactions on the Bitcoin network, which is the blue section. What have you noticed over the past month of April? Check this out. Look at the amount of on-chain transaction volume happening for Runes. Now, we haven't seen this level since the very beginning of when Runes came out in April of 2024. 2 years later, not only is Runes coming back, but it has dominated over BRC20 tokens. Now, that's the problem with BRC20s, is that they use a lot of UTXO model data, while Runes is actually really efficient. And that's what makes Runes really attractive. You really need to pay attention to this, because this is happening while nobody's looking. The reason is because you're seeing a whole bunch of transaction volumes within runes because people are accumulating on chain. And I will show you who's been accumulating on chain because it has to do with these whale wallets and market makers. So let's start. So this specific diagram I wanted to show you was regarding this wallet called 0VKN. Now this specific wallet, whale wallet number 11, aka 10 at the time, did split these two different transactions within 130 million dog tokens to two different wallets. One over here and one over here. Again, this one uses a CoinJoin address, but regardless, what was really fishy about this is that 0VKN has a direct connection to the Binance Ordinal hot wallet. So this person could be trading BRC20 tokens and also trading runes on chain. But nonetheless, what is up with 0VKN? This is one of the most predominant wallets out there within like the top 20, if not the top 15. So I just think that's very interesting that the Binance Ordinal hot wallet is the liquidity hub for the specific wallet. Now, what's really interesting is that same whale wallet number 11, just on Saturday, on April 25th, transferred 120 million dog tokens over to whale wallet number 48, which I thought was very interesting, which is what you see up here. But at the same time, we saw other coordinations between market maker number 2 and also whale wallet number 7, a really popular whale wallet that's connected to two different market maker wallets that even transferred funds over to whale wallet number 29, which is ending in 00LY4. This wallet is also associated in this neural network that connects to the Binance Ordinal hot wallet. But nonetheless, you notice that in this red box right here, that's when all that trading pressure occurred because, again, the day before, there wasn't really much activity. All these different market makers and whale wallets were absolutely silent and dormant. And then they woke up, and then you saw that this price of dog went up 4.38%, primarily deviating from all these other things, all these other exchanges, and focusing all their monetary power deploying on BitGet. That's why BitGet in this image on Saturday had the most trading volume. On that same day, check this out. I noticed wallet number 79 received a whole bunch of different tokens from an intermediary wallet. So you see these addresses? That's over 69 addresses that sent over 83 million tokens between these 69 million addresses to wallet number 79. And that's what's crazy about this is that this wallet is connected to, believe it or not, a CoinJoin address. These CoinJoin addresses hide the person's identity because it hides the KYC behind that person, but doesn't hide the trails of how these wallets are all connected. Whale wallet number 29 is ending in 00LY4. Doesn't that sound very familiar? It doesn't just stop there. Even though this wallet received roughly around 83 million dog tokens, it actually sent this specific amount to another different wallet, basically trying to hide its trails. So you see this wallet number 79. Well, guess what? That wallet sent it to a different wallet, another wallet number 79, because this one replaced the previous one that I just showed you for the same amount of 83 million dog tokens, which is roughly 73,000 US dollars. Why does it keep moving those funds over and over? It keeps hiding its trails. What they're saying, what they're doing is that they're just trying to hide that their portfolio follows a neural network of different wallets that all tie into the neural network of wallets I've been trying to share with you day in and day out. Now, here's another thing that I thought was really interesting. So there was a specific wallet called Genesis Trading. Now, Genesis Trading is a firm and a fund that's actually bankrupt, meaning they went offline January 13th of 2023. But here's the thing. On chain, that wallet is still interacting with other wallets, meaning even though this company went down and their ex-CEOs are no longer running the team, they still are tied to many of the different wallets like wallet number 29, which we talked about, market maker number 1 ending in EAE9, and also market maker number 2 ending in TACH. It's all tied into also Gate.io, which you've seen a lot of that massive trading volume being manipulated in the very beginning when we first caught on to this type of thing. So I forgot to mention that on April 25th, again on Saturday, I also saw this other wallet that was basically trading a whole bunch of dog tokens within MEXC using a CoinJoin address, which was then connected to a Binance hot wallet, not an Ordinals hot wallet. That's really interesting because right now a Binance hot wallet is serving as a liquidity hub, meaning they're basically taking their profits or doing a lot of their trades on that specific Binance exchange and then going back on chain to buy these specific tokens and swapping it in and out. probably to influence price. Now, yesterday I noticed something didn't really add up because the Binance deposit and withdrawal wallet was very active. It was burning and transferring, and then this previous wallet was minting and transferring, and this was a test. So to me, why is this happening on-chain with Dog Go to the Moon? Why are people trading Dog within the Binance deposit and withdrawal wallet? This is really fishy. This all connects to Binance. Now, I want you to look at this specific chart. Notice when we exploited the Binance Ghost Wallet that happened on April 13th. It was this red candle. Remember that day after we saw a massive capitulation event because they got caught and they tried to liquidate the price all the way down to 55 million market cap? Well, guess what? Ever since then, Dog price has been going up regardless of what you see in the Dog price as of today. Even though we took a sharp dip back to around 81, that doesn't mean that it's negative. It just means that we're forming a new trend line to the upside. And we'll get into charting analysis in a little bit, but I got to talk about what happened today. So today, MEXC has the largest trading volume in terms of on-chain transactions. Now, what you see here are thousands, 20,000, 40,000 US dollars in each of these transactions, all happening within MEXC. Now, what was going on chain is that this was coordinated by market maker number 1 and market maker number 2, which also has history and ties to wallet number 7. And wallet number 7 is ending in A8NX. Now, market maker number 2 ending in TACH and market maker number 1 also ending in EAE9 have transactions that were reacting to what was going on in MEXC and then triggered an order book frenzy both on Gate.io and on BitGet. Market maker number 2 was more focused on BitGet. Gate.io was more focused on market maker number 1, but I don't have enough images to show you that these were also tied in with each other. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because what you're seeing in terms of that massive drop isn't retail. It's all coordinated by market makers in these whale wallets that are doing it on purpose. And why is that? Well, look at the amount of long-term holder count that just reached a new all-time high today. Ladies and gentlemen, you, the holder out there that's watching this video, you have been smart. You've been looking at all the different on-chain data and wallet tracking that I've been sharing you. Because of that, we just reached a new all-time holder count of 79.3%, meaning all this manipulation has actually given retail a chance to accumulate every dip as an opportunity. None of you are fooled by the market maker or whale manipulation. And if anything, you see dips, you buy because you know what's really going on. They want your dog. That's all they really want. Okay, now let's focus on what's going on in terms of charting analysis. Remember, so this was back in, I think, February 26th of this year when Magic Eden sunsetted the Runes marketplace. Now remember, that price went down. This was not retail. This was all coordinated to trick retail into selling. This was all the market makers trying to convince you that this token is dead. But notice how we formed a new trend, and they're going to do everything in their power to make you sell your bag. They'll try to manipulate the price as much as they can. But what they do every single time that they try to attempt to manipulate the price is that you end up buying the dip. So what we're seeing right here within the MACD is that now the orange line and the blue line are now in the buyer's market, okay? And also with the MACD, the yellow line continues to trend upwards. But as much as you focus on this on the day-to-day, check this on the weekly. On the weekly, as you've noticed, we've actually formed more blue or green histogram bars, meaning there's actually been more buying pressure during these dips. And you're seeing this large green candle, which was just last week. Now we're forming a new week. Now this week just started. So right now it's currently starting on a red candle. But let's see if we can get this candle up to be another green candle. Because what you need to know and what you need to remember is that 90 million market cap is a major resistance level. That resistance level is where basically the Magic Eden Rune Sunset Marketplace did happen. So if we break above that 90 million market cap, my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be some crazy price action back to above 100 million. Now it's going to come back to around 160 million, which would put it back in the top 20 on CoinMarketCap. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below. I cannot wait to read them. You already know that I'm very bullish on Dog, but ladies and gentlemen, this is a video to help you explain what's been going on over the weekend. Retail is not fooled. Do not be fooled by the market manipulation by these whales. They're going to try to shake your bags, shake your emotions, get you to sell at all costs. They're trying to do as much as they can. All you have to do is just hodl and accumulate, especially accumulate the dips. The reason they're doing this is because they know something that we don't, that we can't see. Maybe that there is a bull market coming up, and it's not just happening with Dog, it's happening with other meme coins. There is some sense of urgency that's going on behind the scenes, but right now, do not be fooled by this. I feel like something's about to happen, and that's just my personal opinion, because right now the atmosphere within crypto is really just signaling something's coming. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Make sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.